To begin a relaxation practice, it's a really good idea to get comfortable. If you're on the floor, see if you can support your head with a bit of a pillow. If you have any discomfort in your lower back, you could put a blanket or pillow underneath your knees. Check that you have lots of room through the back of the neck, lots of room through your lower back, and that you're comfortable. It's quite common for the body to cool off as we relax, so make sure you have something warm, a blanket or a sweater if you feel like you might need that. The first step as we settle in is to really use the support of the floor to allow our body to relax completely from head to toes. Or if you're in a chair, to allow the support of the chair to support your body. When we're walking around in the world or sitting up doing things, we have to use a lot of muscles to keep ourselves in a position and to be moving around. But in these relaxation, the Shavasana poses, these practices that we do, we don't have to actually use any muscles to keep ourselves in a certain position. We can allow all of our muscles to relax, especially if we're doing this lying on the floor. So tune into the surroundings, to the air, the sounds in the room, what your body feels like in this moment. And notice as well the energy in your body and the breath. So we have the physical muscles and bones, and we have the breath and energy. And we also have whatever it is that's going on in our mind. Sometimes the mind feels more settled than at other times. So bring your awareness to all of these layers of experience. And also tune into the fact that you're watching or observing your body, your breath, and your thought. Bring your awareness to your being. And then focus on your physical body. We're going to move through the body from head to toes. As we come to each part of the body, we'll bring our attention there. We don't actually really need to relax that part of the body. Just bringing our attention there is enough to allow relaxation to happen. That's the natural state of the body. So bring your attention as we start to the top of the head and relax your scalp. Soften the forehead and the eyebrows. You could raise your eyebrows up and down a couple of times if you like. And notice all the soft little layers of muscle that can release when you bring your attention to the forehead. When we worry, it's quite common for the eyebrows to be knitted and drawn toward each other. So allow that to soften as well. Coming down, notice the eyes, the corners of the eyes, and the deep muscles in the eyes. Allow your sense of sight through the eyes to be at rest. Turn your sight inwards to notice what's going on in the body. Allowing your eyes to rest. And then coming down the face, notice your nose and the feeling of the breath flowing in the nose. When we breathe in, the air is a bit cooler. Then it's warmed by the body, and it's a bit warmer as we breathe out. Notice how it feels as it flows through the nostrils. Notice the rhythm and the pace of the breath as well. And bring your attention down into the mouth. Relax the lips, the corners of the mouth, the tongue. Notice if your teeth are clenched. Relax the hinges of the jaw. Allow there to be a bit of space between the upper jaw and the lower jaw. If your jaw feels tight, you could move it side to side for a moment and then allow it to relax. And as you're relaxing the mouth and the tongue, relax the vocal cords as well, down through the front of the throat. Bring your attention into the sides of the neck and the back of the neck. Being aware of your whole head and neck. Notice if there's any energy or sensation. There might be the awareness of thought in the center of the head behind the forehead. It's common for there to be other kinds of energy or sensation as well that aren't really physically based. So if that's the case, just to notice that. So you're aware of the whole head, the face, sides and the back of the head, the top, and then down into the neck as well. Bring your attention to the back of the neck and the shoulders and those large muscles of the upper back. Allow yourself to really settle again into the support of the floor. Relax your arms, let them be supported by the floor as well. Notice if you can release layers and layers of tightness through the back of the neck and the shoulders. It's very, very common for us to be tight back there. With every exhalation, let your body soften and settle into the support the floor gives you. Keep your focus on that part of your body as you inhale, allowing that relaxation to be and to settle, and then as you exhale, allow it to deepen. Bring your attention for a moment through the whole back of your body, down through the hips, the back of the legs, the heels, to the feet. And then notice the muscles and the energy along the sides of the neck and down into the shoulders, into the arms. Notice the energy in the palms of the hands, the backs of the hands, the fingers, the fingertips. Be aware on an overall basis how your arms feel, if there's a feeling that you can allow them to rest, or if there's any kind of edginess there. There could be muscle soreness or a variety of things. So notice your arms. Allow them to relax. And then bring your attention back to your face. Check if any tightness has crept back into the forehead or the eyebrows. If that's so, allow that to soften. Notice the flow of breath as it goes through the nostrils, relaxing the mouth and the jaw, the throat. And then come back into the chest. Notice the large muscles that cover the chest, that cover the rib cage. The collarbones down to the bottom of the rib cage, to the sides, around to the back. Allow the muscles that cover the rib cage to soften. And notice how you can feel the body moving with the breath. If we're not very relaxed, often the breath will be higher up in the chest. And as we relax, the breath moves a bit deeper. If you take a deep inhalation, See if you can feel it into the sides of the rib cage. Notice how the stomach expands as we breathe in. And allowing that whole part of your body to relax and settle as you breathe out. The ideal breath is smooth and even and continuous. Focus your mind for a moment on that flow and energy of the breath. As you're inhaling, notice how the stomach rises, the muscles expand and lengthen. Rib cage opens a bit. As you exhale, allow everything to settle and relax. The body knows how to breathe. We're really focusing on relaxing the muscles and relaxing the effort so the body can breathe. And then notice the area that's protected by the rib cage, the heart center. Notice if there is any energy or sensation in that area. We're not trying to do something about what we see. We're merely observing and allowing in kind of an effortless way. Bring your attention as well to the stomach area, noticing from the inside if there are any energy or sensations in the stomach area, the navel center, down into the lower belly. A little bit of attention and awareness on that rhythm of the breath as well. Noticing if the breath is becoming smoother, more continuous. And then let go of the concentration on the breath. Trust that your body will continue to breathe. Bring your attention down into your lower belly, the pelvic floor, through your hip area, down into your thighs. Relax your legs, the thighs, the lower legs as well. These strong muscles that carry us through our lives. Allow that sense of action through the legs to be at rest. Relax the fronts of the legs and the backs of the legs. Let your legs settle into the floor. Notice your feet, the heels, the toes, the top of the feet, the soles of your feet. Notice how the energy in the soles of the feet might feel a bit different than the energy on the top of your feet. For most of our waking lives, we connect with the environment, with the ground, through the soles of our feet. And then expand your awareness to include your whole body once again. The space that your body is occupying. Be aware of the head, the neck and the shoulders, the arms, the torso, down through the legs, all the way to the toes. Simply noticing our experience as we pay attention in the body. We're aware of the breath and the energy in the body as well. Notice how the experience of being in the body changes all the time. The experience we had as we began will have shifted several times during the practice. Some of that is going to specific parts of the body. We might be relaxed in the stomach, but maybe tight through the back of the neck. Some parts of the body we might have muscle soreness or some kind of pain. Our breath always changes. Most likely what happened during the practice is that the breath became smoother, more continuous with less pauses or jerkiness, probably a bit longer. As we relax our body, the natural rhythm of the breath can come forward. And notice what's happening in the thoughts as well. The layer of the mind that has thoughts enjoys being kept busy. So there might have been a bit of a respite from any other kinds of thoughts. Maybe if there was compulsive thinking about something or worry about something. We may have had a little bit of a break from that as we were focused in on different parts of the body and on the breath. And it's natural for the thoughts to be compelling enough that it takes our attention away for a bit. And every time that happens, as soon as we notice, we can bring our attention back. Focus again on the body and the breath. Allow yourself to really relax and settle into the support of the floor. Notice the experience of paying attention, of allowing ourselves to settle, muscles to soften, breath to get smoother and longer. Make a mental note to come back to this practice during the day. If you've noticed that one part of your body seems to be habitually tight, bring your attention back to that. It might be the forehead, maybe the back of the neck or the jaw, perhaps the stomach. With practice, as we keep bringing our relaxed attention back to these places, the habitual tension begins to release. And then keeping your attention on your whole body from head to toes, and on your breathing and the rhythm of your breath. To come out of the practice, roll slowly over so that you're lying on your left side with your head supported by your arm and your knees bent. Take several breaths in that position, noticing especially the breathing coming through the right nostril and the energy awakening on the whole right side of the body from head to toes. And when you're ready, put your right palm onto the floor and push yourself up into sitting. Take a moment here and then open your eyes.